Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Worsted Park to our May property auction. A couple of points, or just a little chat really before I start. I'm very pleased to report that the Goldings, we are still very, very busy with leads coming in daily. Can you turn the sound down a little bit? I'm a little bit echoey in my own. That's better. Sorry. And between 5 and 10 new leads coming in a day going onto our database. So obviously we're moving along very nicely. I'd like to think it's because we're incredibly efficient, but I think it's probably more reflective of the current climate within the property industry. As we've seen some silly things happening fairly recently. There was a lock-up garage sold in London for £550,000. It's the UK's most expensive lock-up garage. I haven't got that for sale today. You can buy a mansion in the Lake District for 1.75 million if you want to. So things certainly are changing within the industry. And in fact, even locally, over the course of the last 12 months, we've seen very nearly a 10% rise in the value of property. So as far as I'm concerned, in short, now is a very good time to be buying while the market is as strong as it is. And I would always say, if you've done your homework and it stacks up for you, buy it now. Don't sit on your hands thinking about it. Get your hand in the air and get it bought. Anyway, that's enough of my sort of current opinion on the market. Let's just quickly run through a couple of other points. Firstly, the procedure today. If you are the successful bidder, you'll see the image on the screen, so you won't be able to get it wrong. You'll know what lot it is you're bidding on. If you hear me mention that I'm on commission or we have a telephone bid, it means we're bidding on behalf of a third party who can't be here today. As I say, if I knock the property down to you, then it's on an unconditional basis. It means that you have bought that property. There's no going back. So I would always urge you to have looked at the property, check the legal pack out, and have your finance in place. And as long as that's the case, you'll be fine. If any of those are missing, I'd probably advise you not to bother to bid, because you cannot go back if I put the hammer down to you. The winning bidder, Lorraine, will pop out and see you, and she'll ask you to complete a buyer information form. And she'll also take your ID from you at that point. She might well leave the board with you and come back and collect it after the next lot. That will then go over to the clerking area where the contracts will be drawn up as the auction is proceeding. At the end of the auction, we ask successful buyers to wait behind and congregate in that area, and we'll handle them in lot order. So the first one will be the first contract that we draw up, and we'll be taking your deposits, admin fees, and asking you to sign the contracts and give you the legal packs at that point. So successful buyers will wait afterwards. If you happen to have bought one of the latter lots, you might want to go straight to the cafe and get yourself a cup of coffee after the auction, because there might be a slight delay whilst we catch up at that point. So don't hesitate to do that. The other thing that I do need to do very quickly is mention the exhibitors that are here. You've got Hayward Moon, Mortgage Centre and Belvoir. They're all companies that I would certainly very happily see people using. They're companies that I know very well, so don't hesitate to contact and talk to these chaps. They will be here after the auction. So if you want to speak to a specialist, talk to them after the auction. That's what they're here for. And the only other thing I'm going to do is very quickly read the amendment sheet out. Hopefully most of you have got a copy of the amendment sheet, but I will just read it to make sure that you're aware of these amendments. Firstly, lot number 4, which is Unit 4, Friars Courtyard, 30-32 Princess Street in Ipswich. This lot is offered with the benefit of a brand new 199-year lease, together with 1 parking space, which wasn't identified in the catalogue. Please note the rent is currently £8,500, not £10,000 as published in the catalogue. Then we move on to lot number 5, which is Unit 6, Friars Court. Again, 30-32 Princess Street in Ipswich. This lot is also offered with the benefit of a 199-year lease, and it has 2 parking spaces. So be aware of that, please, as well. And then lastly, lot number 6, which is the land at Hillcrest Approach. The plan in the catalogue is slightly wrong, so the amended plan is in the amendment sheet. So you'll see that you've actually got the freehold to a larger piece of land with that particular lot as well. Okay, that's all the jobs done that I need to do before we can start the actual auction itself. So let's crack on and do what we're here for, which is to have an auction, sell some properties. We will start off with lot number 1, as you see here, and as we've all read in the catalogue. Very rarely available. You just don't get building plots coming up along Bucklesham Road. It is very, very rarely available. Ideal for a small builder or for an owner-occupier, no doubt about that. You have to say that Bucklesham Road is probably one of the best roads in Ipswich for a nice plot. You really won't be able to go wrong. It has planning for 1,000 square foot, 2/3 bedroom detached chalet. There is obviously an opportunity for amendments, so if somebody particularly wants a bungalow, perhaps you might well find that you can go for an amendment and lose the top floor, or perhaps you can just keep the top floor and spread out a little bit more on the ground floor, but lots of opportunities there as well, obviously subject to approval. So, nice little plot. We're going to start this one at 75,000. I know there's people here for it, so I'd like somebody to put their hand in the air at 75,000, please. 75 I need to start things off, please. 75? 75 I've got, thank you. 76, so I'll go with you at 76. 78, somebody. We'll go in twos to begin with. At 76, the gentleman there. 78, thank you. 78 against you, sir? You win at 80. 82. 84. 86. 88. 90. You're at 92? 92. 94. Are you all right? 94 then. Anybody else want to join in? Take the one if you like at this point. Take your 95. No, we're in at 94 then. 94 only. 95 against you, sir. 95. 96. 97. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 110, 111, 112, 113, 14, 15, 115 then. At 115, anybody else want to join in? We're at 115 at the moment. I'll take a small one if you like, just in case. 15 and a half. Against you, sir, at 115 and a half, 116 then. 116 only, 116 and a half. 116 and a half against you, sir. 117 then. Nice at 17 and a half, isn't it? Yep, 17 and a half. Going to go 18, sir? 118 then. At 118 against you, sir. And a half. 18 and a half, 118 and a half. At 118 and a half, 119. You definitely out? At 119,000, then are we all done? At 119,000, are we all done? Because I'm going to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time of asking then, at 119,000. And a half. And a half against you, 19 and a half, sir. 20, 120. Definitely out then. At 120, first time of asking at 120,000. Second time of asking at 120,000. Third and final time at 120. Sold to the gentleman there. Well done, sir. Lorraine, did you catch the gentleman? That's right, well done. Perfect. We'll crack on to lot number 2. Already on the screen, hopefully. There it is. Many will remember it. Had a very good reputation at one point. It's a very well-known pub. Hasn't traded for about 10 years now. This is the Foresters Arms, Main Road, Chelmondiston. As you all know, because you've all been through the catalogue, and those of you that have downloaded the legals know exactly what's involved here, you have to say the property has now got planning permission for 3 residential units on the first and second floors and a commercial development on the ground floor. We believe, for what it's worth, that there's potential of a planning enhancement, but you must all have done your due diligence and be comfortable with that yourselves. Because at the moment, as far as we're concerned, it's being sold with the benefit of the planning that it has on it, but just with some additional potential in my eyes anyway. Actually, the other note I've got in here really is one thing, and that's the word Chelmondiston. And those of you that know the area will know Chelmondiston. It is a perfect location. And that's really where this site is all based around, the village of Chelmondiston, Pin Mill down the road, you know, the annual barge races going off from the Button Oyster and all those sort of things. It is absolutely stunning there and a hugely sought after location. We've had strong interest. I'm starting at 180 with me at 180. So it's with me at 180,000, looking for 182 from somebody. With me at 180,000, looking for 182. With me at 180. That's all. At 180,000. Somebody come in at 182, please. 182, thank you. Anybody else want to join? I'm 82 at the moment. 82. I'm going to take it because I'm with it at the moment. 184. You in? 86. 88. 90. 92. You're out? It's with me at 192 then. Anybody else want to join in? At 192 with me. At 192, 194. 194. You in, sir? 196. 198. 200. 22. 22. I'm out at this point. It's with you, sir, at 202,000. In the room at 202, I'm out. I'll take 203 from somebody if they want to join in. Otherwise, we're going to put the hammer down at 202. At 202,000, 203, sir. 4, 5, 6. 206,000 then. 206,000 gentlemen standing there. At 206, and selling at 206, because I'm out. Are you in, sir, or out? You're out then at 206,000 and selling. You're not bidding, sir? No, at 206,000 then. All done at 206. First time of asking at 206,000. Second time of asking at 206,000. Third and final time at 206,000. Well done, sir. I like that. Yes. Yes. Well played. We will crack straight on with lot number 3. This is land to the rear of 70 to 78 Langer Road at Felixstowe. Backs on to Langer Park, so you've got a lovely aspect to the rear. Nice and close to the seafront, so it's in a very good location. As you've seen, the site has planning for 5 units. Some of you may well have noticed went in the catalogue, the last catalogue, and then it was withdrawn. I understand that it was a end of fiscal year or tax year, so that's why the client was advised to withdraw, run it through into this sale. So that's the reason it was withdrawn. So we're now offering it for sale, 5 units. We're looking at a resale value probably in the region of £750,000. So we've got a very sensible guide at 140 to 180. Resale value of £750,000, 750,000. Another scheme has been drawn up, which shows a little bit more accommodation, but obviously it's subject to approval. So at the moment it's being offered again with the planning that it's got, which is for 5 units, as they're shown within the catalogue and in the legal pack, but some potential planning enhancement as far as I'm concerned. So guiding this one at 140 to 180. Somebody going to start me off at 140? Someone brave enough to start me at 140? I know we're going to get there, but we have to go through a rigmarole of getting there. Somebody start me at 120 then. Start me at 120. 120 I've got, thank you. I have 120 there to my left at 120. Somebody come in at 122. So at 120 I have, looking for 122. 120 I have, looking for 22. At 120, at 120. 22, thank you. 24, 24. 124 then, at 124. Looking for 126, at 124. Looking for 126, at 124 at the moment. 124 at the moment, are we all done? All done then at 124. Anybody else want to join in? I thought you were bidding then, sir. Just a scratch. 124 then. Anybody else want to join in? No? So I can't quite do it at that level. Come and see me post-auction. And you, sir, come and see me post-auction and see if we can do something. Not quite at reserve at that point, though. We won't wait. We'll crack straight on. This is Unit 4. 2 units, there's 2 plots that we're selling here, as you know, lots 4 and 5, the same courtyard development. So when I'm referring to the area generally, obviously consider both of the lots, lots 4 and 5. Unit 4 itself is a super little 2-storey unit. It's about just over 700 square feet. It does have 1 parking space, which wasn't mentioned in the catalogue, as you remember. Also, the rent is 8.5 and not 10 as printed in the catalogue. It's a really nice courtyard development. I know that several of you have been to have a look at it because I remember seeing you down there. So it's a really nice courtyard development. When you're buying an investment like this, there's 2 or 3 things that you're looking at. And I'll just quickly run through them in my eyes anyway. Firstly, the yield. Is it showing a good yield? And at 8,500 against low guide certainly is showing a very, very strong yield. So we're positive there. We're then looking at the length of lease remaining. And this particular property has got a lease through till 2018. So it's got a nice length of time left on that lease. So good yield, good time left. We're then looking at the covenant of the lease, i.e. the tenants themselves. This particular tenant, which is HSB, is part of Munich RE, which employ worldwide, I think, 45,000 staff. So you have to say that the covenant itself is particularly strong. You just don't get covenants like this. And then you look at when it does become vacant, are you going to be able to get a tenant in it? And because of its location, right in the hub of the Ipswich Commercial District, close to the station, close to the town centre, opposite the Willis building, you could ask for no more as far as a commercial investment is concerned. So, great opportunity, this one. Somebody start me at 90. Anybody start me at 90? Nobody ever does when I say that. Somebody start me at 80 then. Start me at 80,000. 80 I've got, thank you. 80 I have right in front of me here at 80. Looking for 82 from somebody. At 80,000 I have, looking for 82. At 80,000, looking for 82 from somebody. At 80, at 80. At 80, looking for 82. 82 from somebody at 80 only. 82, thank you. 82, 84, 84, 84, 84, 86, 88. At 88,000 then. At 88,000. Anybody else want to join me at 88,000 at the moment? At 88,000, are we all done? At 88,000. Are we all done? The people that went to have a look at this, we're all done at 88,000, are we? All done then at 88. Are we all done? At 88. You sure you don't want to come back in? No, with 88,000 then in front of me. At 88,000, all done? 90. 90 I have then, at 90,000. You in, sir? 92. 94. 96. You sure? Take the one if you like. No, we're at 96,000 then seated in front of me. At 96 all done. Are we all done then at 96,000? All done at 96,000? Anybody else? No? We're at 96, all done at 96,000 then. Can't quite do it. Come and see me post. We are very close at 96. Can I ask you to come and see me as well, sir? Underbidder as well. We'll talk to both of you and see what's the best we can do. And I'll report to vendor client, take instructions. Good investment, actually. Very good investment. We are so close, so do come and see me. Moving on to lot number 5. Again, everything that I just said about lot number 4 is very relevant for lot number 5. The difference with lot number 5 is it's a bigger unit. The yield is that much stronger. You've got 11,850. It's got 2 parking spaces as opposed to 1. The covenant, again, you've got a very strong private company, this one. They've got offices in Leeds, Sheffield, London. They currently employ about 300 staff. So again, you can't look for covenants that are a lot stronger than this. And again, it's still got term left up to 2018. So plenty of life left in the lease that's there at the moment. Again, I'm going to start this one at 100. Going to be at 100 again. You are, so thank you. At 100 then. Looking for 102 from somebody. At 100 there, looking for 102. At 100 only. Come on then, let's see your hands please. I know you're here for it. 102. At 102. At 102. 104, thank you. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 here. Take the one if you like. At 14 only. 14, 114 then. Anybody else want to join in? At 114,000. At 114, are we all done? At 114, 114,000. All done then at 114,000. You have to come and see me again. Sorry. Right. We'll move on to lot number 6. This is the land at Hillcrest Approach off Papermill Lane at Brantford. Again, you can't see a huge amount from that picture, just a bit of fence, but behind the fence there's a nice parcel of land. Extends to about 1/3 of an acre from memory. As you're aware, it has had planning permission on it. The most recent planning permission was for 4 residential units. Prior to that, it had planning for 3 residential units. Unfortunately, the vendor client has allowed planning to lapse and has now come to me and said he wants to capitalise the site fairly rapidly. He wants to move the capital into another project. He's kicking himself for the fact that he's allowed planning to lapse, but there's an opportunity for somebody to take advantage of that oversight as far as I'm concerned. You're getting a site without planning on it that's got enough history on it to feel comfortable you're going to get your planning on it. So, it's starting with me, because again we've had good interest in this one, so it is starting with me at 150,000. It's with me at 150. With me at 150,000, looking for 152 from somebody. So it's with me at 150,000. With me at 150, looking for 152. With me at 150, 152, thank you. 52. 54 somebody, I can go otherwise. I can go, it's with me, it's on the room 152, 154, 56, 58, 60, 62 with me. At 162 with me, 162 with me. Anybody else want to join in? 162, 162, 164, 166 with me. At 166,000 with me at 166,000. Anybody else want to join in? At 166, are we all done then? At 166,000, that's all. Anybody else want to kick in quickly now? At 166,000. With me on commission at 166,000. Nobody else wants to talk to me? No? Can't sell it at 166. But I know my commission will take me to a level that can sell it. So I suggest if you are interested that you do come and see me straight away after the sale and just see where we're going to go with it. Because again, it's here to be sold. Well, make no mistakes, it's here to be sold. As is lot number 7. As you can hear, Luke is on the phone. We have a telephone bidder on this one. There we go. You're all connected. Well done. Okay. So this is lot number 7. This is 2 to 8 4 Street and 10 to 14 Orwell Place in Ipswich. We're instructed by Grant Thornton, who are acting as administrators in the case of ESL Services Limited. So that's got the formalities out of the way. It's quite a complicated one, but it's not. It's quite simple, really, if you look at it. So I'm going to précis everything that you see in the catalogue, and I'll quickly run through the situation. It's a landmark site. Obviously, locals will know it as being the former Marston and Newby site, so you've got a landmark opportunity. It was developed in 2005, so the development is all very recent as far as regulations are concerned. The development included 21 flats and 5 shops. 19 of the flats have now been sold on long leases, and 1 of the shops has been sold off. So what you'll be buying are 2 flats, which are currently let on ASTs, 4 shops, 2 of which are let, and 2 of which are vacant, and you'll be buying the reversionary freehold interest in those flats that have been sold off. So they've been sold off on long leases, but you get the reversionary interest, so you get the ground rents from them. So as far as the current yield is concerned, the residential flats are yielding just over 11,220. The 2 shops, which are both on their second terms of 6 years, are yielding between them 18,000, 9,000 each. And the ground rents are 2,850. So you're currently getting £32,070. There is the potential of a further £10,000 from the 2 shops that are currently empty. So you're talking about potentially £42,000 against a guide of 250 plus. It's a bit of a no-brainer at this level, isn't it? So I want someone to kick me off at 250 and see where we go with it. So somebody start me at 250, please, and we'll go up in 5s with this one. Somebody start me at 250. Nobody here for it at 250. I actually cannot believe there's nobody here for it at 250. I know that there are people here that will give me way over 250. So can someone please put their hand in the air? Thank you. 250. 255, somebody. Somebody else going to put their hand, be brave and put their hand in the air. We know it's going to make more than this. We're at 250. 250. I want 255 from somebody. At 250 only. I'm selling at 250. Make no mistakes. Not going to come back to it. At 250, I'm going to sell it. Are we all done at 250 then? Nobody else going to put their hands up? 255, thank you, on the phone. 255, you nearly got it. 260. 260 against you on the phone. 260 in the room. You have to be fairly quick. Oh, no, hold on. 65. 70. Luke? 75. 80. No? Right, 280. It's still an absolute steal at 280,000. At 280,000 then, are we all done? Are we all done at 280,000? I think this is probably the buy of the century, if you get it. Right, I'm going to sell it at 280,000. Are we all done then at 280,000? For the first time of asking, at 280,000. Second time of asking, at 280,000. Be quick, somebody, because I'm going to put the hammer down. 280,000 we are at, second time of asking. Third and final time at £280,000. Sold. That is a grin and a half, sir. That is unbelievable. Well done. Well done. We move on to lot number 8. This is the penultimate lot of this little auction here. This is 6 Howard Crescent down in Basildon. Again, several of you have travelled up. I recognise some faces that have travelled up to bid on this one, so thank you for making the effort and coming up. We've obviously liaised with agents in that area, and we're aware of the fact that its value in A1 condition sits somewhere between 3 and 350, dependent upon what you do with it. But it's a cosmetic refurbishment job, quite honestly. It fronts a recreation ground. It's in a cul-de-sac location. It's close to the A13, very close to the A13. It's close to Pitsea railway station. You've got shops just down the road. You've got a police substation in the corner, so your security's good. It ticks all of the boxes, which makes it an absolutely superb purchase for somebody, and certainly generated very, very good response when we were down there. So again, I'm going to start this one at the bottom of the guide, which is 200 to 250, and see where it goes. I'm looking for somebody to start me at 200,000. Somebody to start me at 200,000, please, on it. Those of you who travelled up, somebody going to put the hand in the air at 200? Nobody travelled up for it. Need somebody to talk to me at 200,000, please. At 200,000 then, where are we going with it? At 200, thank you, right over there at 200. Looking for 205 from somebody. We're at 200 only at the moment, looking for 205. We're at 200,000, looking for 205. 200 only at the moment, 200, 200. 2.5, thank you. 2.10, thank you. 2.10, 2.15, 2.20. At 2.20 then. At 2.20. At 2.20. At 2.20 only, you in? No, at 2.20 then. Looking for 2.25 from somebody else. We're at 2.20 at the moment. Looking for 2.25. At 2.20, we're all done at 2.20. All done then at 220,000. All done at 2.20? All done at 220,000. Come and see me. Funny sale, this one, because I was sure that was going to make more than that, but I can't sell it, I'm afraid, at that level. You will need to come and see me post-sale. Okay, right before I offer the last lot, which is the Westbury Road site, just to thank you all for coming today. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a funny sale. A couple of lots that haven't sold. They are here to be sold, so do come and see me post-auction if you are interested in any of them. And those of you that are identified because you were bidding, come and see me straight away. Our next sale is scheduled for the 23rd of July, as you've seen on a couple of the boards here. We've already got quite a lot of potential property lined up for that sale. Normally we've only got half a dozen or so that we're talking to. In this instance, we've got about 20 properties we're talking to. So it's looking like it should be quite a good sale. So if you are considering selling a property, do come and talk to us, because we'd love to talk to you and work with you in the July auction. And the only last thing I'm going to mention are there are quite a few flowers around the room you've seen. These 2 bunches we're keeping, but the rest of the bunches you're welcome to take on your way out. So there's some paper just round the corner there. You can wrap them up, some of the ladies, if you want to take a little bunch of flowers home with you. Do help yourselves. Please leave the vases, because I've got to return them. Otherwise they'll charge me. But the flowers, as I say, I'd love it if you could take them home with you. Let's move on. Whoops, she's coming to see her Nan-Nans. Sorry about this. Okay, lot number 9, which is 21 Westbury Road in Ipswich. This is a 3-bed, double bay semi. A lot of viewers again, a lot of requests for legals. I know that there are people here for this one. It's probably, without question, one of the best roads in Ipswich for a 3-bed, double bay semi. When it's finished in A1 condition, you have to say its value probably sits at around 225, 230. Just to give you an idea, I just went on Rightmove before I came in today. There is one that's just come to the market, which is, I've got details of here if somebody wants to look at it. It's an extended 3-bed semi. So the first floor is the same, extended on the ground floor. It's just come to the market at 275,000. So the guide we've got on this at 150 to 200 is very realistic. Very realistic. We're looking at a property that's got UPVC windows, it has got gas central heating, it's been rewired, although it's surface mounted. It's got a very serviceable kitchen and bathroom, so it's the sort of project you can buy and work on and move in. The only other one thing I would say is that completion on this one is a 40-day completion. So there's no requirement to complete prior to that. So you've got up to 40 days. If you want to complete earlier, great, but you've got a 40-day completion window opposed to the normal 20 working days. But it's basically a cosmetic job, this one. A lot of interest. I'm actually starting this one at 170 because of pre-auction interest, so I'm not even going to start at the bottom with this one. It's with me at 170. We're going to take it in twos to begin with. So it's with me at 170, looking for 172 from somebody. With me at 170. With me at 170, looking for 172. People here I know that are going to bid, but they're not going to bid yet because you just like sitting on your hands. So it's with me at 170. Somebody come on. 172, thank you. 172. 74, somebody else? 72, I can go because I'm on commission at a higher level than that. 72, anybody else want to join in? 74 then. 76? 78? 80? 82? 84? 84, I can still keep going. 84 at the moment with 184. Anybody else want to join in? We're at 184 in the room, at 184. Looking for 186 from somebody. We're at 184 only. At 184, lots of faces looking at me at 184. 184 only. Anybody else want to join in? Because I can take it myself here on commission. 186, sorry, I've got to go. 186. You in? You're out then, so it's with me then at 186. Won't be coming back to it, it's 186,000. Are we all done? All done then at 186,000. This is the same price that the one sold from the last auction that needed absolutely everything doing to it. So this one is 186,000, and are we all done? All done then at 186? All done? Unbelievable. Come and see me. I can't let it go at 186. I've got a client that will pay some bit more than that prior to auction, so we need to talk about it, but I'm sure that we'll better do a deal of some sort. So come and see me straight away, please. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. Don't forget the next auction, and please do come and see me about any of the lots that haven't made reserve today, because I'd like to put the hammer down on some of them. Thanks very much indeed.